all beings, why does it not extend to other fields as well? Let us suppose that it is a matter of a Buddha series in all the universes of the 10 directions. Then what would be the use of other Buddhas and bodhisattvas? Answer. The bodhisattva wishes mentally that in all the universes everyone should become Buddha. This grand wish is vast and extended and has no limit, for it is in this intention that the bodhisattva accumulates the wisdoms, immense merit and the power of the super-knowledges. But it is all the beings who have planted the causes and conditions required to become Buddha that the bodhisattva wants to lead to this result. If, in all the universes, everyone planted the causes and conditions required to become Buddha, the other Buddhas and bodhisattvas would be useless. But such a hypothesis cannot be verified. Furthermore, the universes of the 10 directions are innumerable and infinite, and it is impossible that a single bodhisattva is able to travel to them all in such a way that the Buddha lineage is not interrupted. The other bodhisattvas, each according to his means, play their part in this great work. Since his loving-kindness and compassion are great, the wish of the bodhisattva is great also, and his desire to do good is limitless. Nevertheless, as the race of beings is infinite, they cannot all be saved by a single Buddha or a single bodhisattva. 2. Purely subjective result of this wish. Question. Since reality does not come up to his expectation, why does the bodhisattva formulate the wish? Answer. So that his own mind may progress in purity. He is like the yogin in the concentration of loving-kindness who, unable to do anything about beings in suffering, only formulates the wish so that his own mind may progress in purity. 3. Limits to the salvific action of the Buddhas. Thus, the Buddhas and the great bodhisattvas are strong enough that they can save all beings. But, since beings do not possess wisdom and do not fulfill the required cause and conditions, they cannot be saved. Let us take, for example, the water in the great ocean. If all beings drew water from it, it would never run dry. But all beings do not use it. Thus beings in the preta category, because of their own sins, are unable to see the water, and, even when they do see it, it dries up or changes into molten copper, or it becomes pus and blood. It is the same with the Buddhas. Having great loving kindness and great compassion, using an immense and infinite wisdom, they are able to satisfy all beings. But the latter, because of their sins, do not meet the Buddhas, and, even if they do meet them, they are no different from the rest of the people who are angry with the Buddha or who denigrate him. This is why they do not see the power of the Buddhas or their magical power, and, even if they do meet the Buddhas, they derive no benefit from it. Moreover, 2 causes, 2 conditions are necessary to produce right view, namely, an inner cause and an outer condition. The Buddha, who is the outer cause and condition, is perfect. He possesses 32 major marks, 80 minor marks, immense rays adorning his body, many magical powers and many articulated sounds. He preaches the Dharma as required and cuts through all doubts. Only beings, who are the inner cause and condition, are not perfect. Not having previously planted the roots of good required to see the Buddha, they have neither faith in nor respect for him. They have neither exertion nor morality. Having weak faculties, they are deeply attached to worldly happiness and, consequently, derive no benefit from meeting the Buddha. This is not the fault of the Buddha. The Buddha converts beings, and the divine tools that he uses are perfect. When the sun rises, beings who have an eye see it, whereas blind people do not see it. On the other hand, assuming that there is an eye but there is no sun, there is nothing to see. Thus the fault is not with the sun. It is the same with the Buddha light. IV. How to prevent the interruption of the Buddha fields. Question. What should be done to make the Buddha universes not be interrupted? Answer. In the midst of beings, the Bodhisattva praises the body of he Buddhas so well that beings produce the mind of supreme complete enlightenment. Gradually practice the 6 perfections, and finally, in the universes, each become Buddha. That they successively become Buddha in one and the same field, or that they each become Buddha in a different field, is what is called not breaking the Buddha fields. Furthermore, some bodhisattvas rapidly accumulate the wisdoms, become perfect Buddhas, and save innumerable beings. On the point of entering into nirvana, they make the prediction to a bodhisattva, saying, After my nirvana, you in turn will become Buddha. Transmissions such as that thus prevent interruption of the Buddha fields. Buddhas who would not give the prediction to a bodhisattva break the Buddha field. In this way, kings name their crown prince, and by virtue of this transmission, their dynasty is not broken. The value of the Buddha fields. Question. Why praise the universes that have a Buddha and depreciate those that do not have one? Answer. The subject does not lend itself to such a question. The Buddha adorned with the 10 powers is the master of the entire universe and, a fortiori, of a single field. The inhabitants of a universe without a Buddha can enjoy human and divine happiness but do not know the extent of the beneficent power of the Buddhas and so are no different from animals. If Buddhas did not appear in the world, the path of the 3 vehicles and of nirvana would not exist. Beings would be always shut up in the prison of the threefold world and would never get out. In the universes where there is a Buddha, beings succeed in leaving the prison of the threefold world. Akarya Abhutadhamma Sutta. Thus, in the intermediate spaces between 2 worlds where there is no sun, beings live and die in the shadows. At the time when a Buddha is born, a brilliant light shines temporarily, and all see themselves, see one another and see the sun and moon. Thus illuminated, the beings of the Lokantarika recognize and say, "Those over there are very worthy. We ourselves are great sinners." Sometimes the Buddha illumines the Buddha fields with his brilliance completely, and the beings of the universes without Buddha, seeing the Buddha's brilliance, experience great joy and say, "For us, it was shadows, but for them, great light." Finally, in the fields where there is a Buddha, beings recognize the existence of sin and merit. The people take the triple refuge, the 5-fold morality of the Upasaka or the fast of 8 vows of the Upavasastha, the many profound meditations, absorptions and wisdoms, the 4 fruits of religious life, the 5 kinds of religious stages, nirvana with residue or without residue, etc. Because it is the cause and conditions of these many good dharmas, the Buddha field is honored. Supposing even that the beings of a Buddha field do not see the Buddha, they meet, however, the Dharma of the Sutras, cultivate the roots of good morality, generosity, the signs of respect, etc. They plant the causes and conditions for nirvana, and even animals can plant the causes and conditions of merit. On the other hand, in the fields without a Buddha, even the gods and humans there are incapable of practicing good. This is why the bodhisattva formulates the vow that the Buddha universe is not be broken. End chapter 47.